Hey y'all, Billy and Justin again. You probably just got finished watching us do something else because we're wearing the same clothes. Okay, how about that? So anyway, here we are, folks. We're at the front entrance, and we had an idea with all that rotten wood. We got a video. You want to go back and check that one out. We got a video where we took all that rotten wood that Justin dug out when he did the pond up top, that little frog pond. Well, guess what? He's about to do another one, but it's going to be even more special. Why don't you tell him about it, Justin? What we got planned?
Well, the way I hear it, you would like to dip out a little frog pond here and use that dirt for a purpose
That's
that
right.
I don't fully understand. I'm anxious to learn about. So.
Right. It's called Hugelkultur, y'all. And there's a bunch of ways out there, a bunch of different methods that people have employed. We've done it in raised beds. We've done it in a number of different ways. My friend and mentor Danny down at Deep South, he's got Hugelkultur beds down there that I didn't even know about till I got there. Now you're going to have a love-hate relationship when it comes to these things with a lot of folks. I could give you, in fact, in future videos, I'll probably give you a more, a better expose about the good, bad, and the ugly when it comes to Hugelkultur. But in this case, all this stuff is basically rotten. So Justin's going to take his handy dandy machine over there, that Mini X. He's going to make us, it's not just going to be a round pond. What's it going to look like, Justin?
Well, you know, a lot of people, when they think of a pond, you think of a circle, and that's just how it is. That was me until I talked to this fella here, and he said, well, you know, if you've got more areas where the land meets the water, you got more stuff going on, as I think I understand that. That's right.
Exactly
if I'm not right, correct me. So if we can make this pond kind of, I don't know, the right word would be textured, or...
That's exactly it. It's more like, instead of a round surface, in permaculture, folks, we are looking for edge, as much edge, because that's where all the action happens. On your fence line, in your wood line, wherever two media meet, you got action. And where we can create more of it, instead of just making a round hole, a round ditch, this thing's going to be, he's going to put fingers on it. William and I, if you look at some of our earliest videos, we made, you know, we made chinapas and everything out of it. So he's going to take that dirt. We're going to knock out two birds with one stone. Folks, this is one of the coolest things we do. There's a lot of cool things, but this is one of them. Justin, tell them how you're going to do that. What are you going to do with this dirt when you take it out?
Well, I think dip it out and just cover this wood with it, right?
That's right. Problem is the solution. And then we got the stuff upstairs, upstairs, up the mountain that I'm going to take down whenever I get a chance, put buckets on it, and we'll fill it up. So even if he doesn't have enough soil to cover this up, there's more than enough up there that I could take down incrementally. But folks, the idea for this area, because we're down by the food forest, is that the second you drive through this property, invited that is, you are bombarded from the second you walk up here with nothing but permaculture, okay? So you got a Hugelkultur mountain, you got a demonstration site here. That's what it's gonna be, and a lot of dual purposes in all this. You right down here, you got a little frog pond, creating microclimates, doing all kinds of cool stuff that we'll talk about in the future. You got a Hugelkultur mountain, you got a food forest, then you got an orchard, then you have centropic design, folks, all of it right there before you're even 40 feet onto this property. So, look, we're losing the light, y'all, and it's what it is. So, I'm gonna get out of his way because we got a lot of stuff to do, and Justin's aching to get this thing hopping and popping.
Sometimes when I start my machine, if I want to get everything working and get the hydraulic fluid flowing, I'll pick up one side of the machine and then run a track for a little bit just to get that hydraulic fluid flowing through those veins.
Okay, Justin did what he did. He made us a little frog pond, let's call it. And he put all of the material that he got out of there over here on this Hugelkultur mound. It's not yet complete. You can see wood back there that still needs to be covered. But that's cool because the little frog pond that he dug up by the house, we're going to take that material. It's not a big rush. We're going to take it bucket by bucket. Every time I drive down in the truck, we'll fill up a few buckets, add it on the back end of it, and then the whole thing will be done. Now, granted, we should be kind of hitting this thing with a cover cropping. You know, I think I will on the areas that are covered, get out some of this grass, cover it up, you know the deal. But hey, the cool thing is we got a little pond down here. Remember folks, in permaculture, when you have energy come onto your place, your property, you have several choices. You can capture it, you can deflect it, you can amplify it. There's even a few other things you could do with it if you so desire. But in this case, Justin went through and all up and down our driveway here, all he did was put these, it's really quite ingenious. He took these guardrails that you see on the side of the interstate and he put them in the ground to direct the water flow. Well, it came, one of the last ones that he did up the hill is throwing it off to this side, bam, and look where it's going. Whereas before in the past, it would come straight down this driveway out into the road, and then you can see there behind me where some of it is still captured. But you know what? By and large, those problems are gone. So how cool is that? Now, let's talk about this pond and the benefits of having it. Now, this is a very small pond, and it's not circular shape. It's set up more. Justin's daughter, Charlotte, she said it looks like a heart. And it kind of does. What a little sweetheart. Anyway, we designed it this way, basically said, Justin, do whatever you want with it. Well, it's designed this way to create edge, okay? In permaculture, and in all the world, look around you. All the action happens on edges, okay? So the more edge you can provide in something, there's nothing wrong with a round pond. But the reason we choose not to make them completely rounded 9 times out of 10 is to create the edge effect, to create more life. Think about it. Wherever two mediums meet, you're always going to find more life, okay? So the edge effect, we'll talk more about that in the future and how it applies to all this. But keep in mind, that's why it's shaped the way it is. So also, oh, look at who's... Okay, Michelle's day has been completely made. So my livestock guardian puppy, I guess she can't even hold the camera still because she's back there laughing. So anyway, he got down there, figured out, okay, this is a cool place to hang out. Now, what could we use it for? A whole variety of things. I'm going to reach out to my friend Eric Sider. You can check him out there as far as how to go about this and create all the life we need in it. There's a bunch of cool ways in which we can go about doing that. So I'm going to reach out to the experts I know to help do that. But that's something on down the line. So what's the idea here? What's the bigger purpose here? Okay, from the moment you drive through this gate over here, I want you or anybody else that comes out here, whether it's for a class, whether it's for a demonstration, whatever the case may be, as soon as you drive on this property, I want you to see everything around you. I want you to be bombarded with permaculture in every modality possible. So it's not yet ready, but over here we intend to have a pretty large pond. Over here, a little frog pond. That also creates microclimates. That's exactly what it does here. Got a Hugelkultur mound. As we go further up, you have Jeff Lawton's Instant Garden. We have sorry, I had something fly into my eye, y'all. Okay. So right up the way, we have a food forest. But also, since it's in an emerging state, it's also a syntropic food forest where we have annuals planted in between everything, which will be replaced ultimately with perennials that produce food. A lot of good information we'll present in that in the future. And then beyond it is an orchard that flanks the driveway all the way up to the house. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. So not only is this a real life working farm, it is what we want it to be is the consummate definition of permaculture, where anybody that comes out here and says, man, I don't know what a swale looks like. Well, I'm going to take you, we'll go look at one. I don't know what a Hugelkultur mound looks like. Well, I'll take you, we'll go check it out. What does a frog pond look like? How do all these things work together? Most importantly, is that we have all this stuff that works together just like the fingers of your hand. How cool is that? So where you can see it all right here. And folks, it's in the beginning stages. It's off and running. But how cool is that where Justin can come out here in just in a matter of maybe 10 minutes, make us a little frog pond, and at the same time, cover up our hugel mound. Folks, this is why I have a hard time going to sleep at night, is because I can't wait to get up and do it all over again. And you can do it too. It doesn't have to be on this scale. You could take this, I mean, for crying out loud, Eric Sider had ponds on an apartment balcony with fish in it and all kinds of plant life. So these things can be scaled up and they can be scaled down to fit whatever you need. So folks, I hope this video has been a blessing to you. And until next time, this is Billy from Perma Pastures Farm, y'all, where permaculture is my passion. Right here's the reasons why. We'll see y'all next time.